Hey y'all! How is everybody doing? I hope everybody's doing good. Okay, so what am I doing? You know, Bree was taking a nap. And as soon as I sat down, there she did. She got up and she brings the ball to my foot. I think she just wants to be a part of the filming, but she doesn't want to be on. Because every time I lift her up and I put her in the picture, y'all seen her face, she goes, yeah, I don't think she really likes it. So we'll just throw the ball. Okay. Hold on. How are y'all? Woo! Look at the heat. Can y'all see that? That's hot. That's really hot. Well, it lines up with me perfectly then, doesn't it? Just kidding. Oh, delicious. That is so good. Okay. I'm going to talk to y'all about a couple of things. First of all, I want to show you that on my next Plan With Me. I know you're like, Beth, where are your Plan With Me's? I think one girl said, you know, I only started watching you because of your Plan With Me's, but I love your Bethy Bottle Devotions, which is cool. But I am fixing to do one. And then that one I'll show you my last couple. I'm not sure why I didn't do those. She's probably fixing to pitch a fit because the ball went in the bag over there. Do you hear that little bag? Anyway, I got my Glam Planner monthly kit, which is the October kit, and it's bees. So I thought it's kind of weird. But I didn't like the other one because it was just too Halloween-y. Like, I like Halloween fall stuff, but I don't like, you know, like the Ghost and Witches one. Or, I don't know, it's kind of cute, but I just, because I've known real practicing witches from Wicca and ghosts, you know, and I know that really evil spirits are actually demons. So when you think of ghosts, it also implies that people are like, they go out of their body and they're going to be ghosts for a while before they go to heaven or hell. It's like, no, none of that's true. And then I think, Beth, it's just for fun. Get over it. Don't be so, like, serious. And then I think, no, I can't. Because I do. So, anyway. Then I go for bees. Okay. At least you gave an alternative. Good for Elle. Okay. Why am I looking over here? I have no clue. Okay. I want to talk to you today about some different concealers. Now, one of the concealers everybody absolutely loves is the Age Rewind, which I do love that one. It has a little sponge applicator on top. I used it for a long, long time. I did not bring that one in here with me. Is that what I was looking for? No, I don't have that. But there are 4 that I wanted to bring up today. One that is really heavily weighing out. And then I was going to use this little brush, which everybody thinks is so incredible. We'll see. But I really like the IT Cosmetics, what am I trying to say? Concealer brush. Because on one end it's a concealer brush, on the other end it's a real dense powder brush for finely milled powder, and a lot of people like to powder over it. I did do that, but it just made my eyes look so much more old, so I quit doing the powder under my eyes. Some people do it to set it, and I guess it's because maybe they're a little oilier. I don't know, because it never fails to look awful on me when I do that. How's that? Alright, so let me skinch up. And, oh, by the way, this is a Nailtini polish. I absolutely love it, but I forgot the name of what it was. All the Nailtinis are named after cocktails, so this is the only burgundy one they have, but I do love Nailtinis. The Mai Tai is my favorite. It's orange. It's perfect for summer. I'm so rambling. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is tell you that I have been using the Urban Decay. I told you she'd start barking or grumbling at me. Bree, that's enough. Anyway, I'm using a MAC white because they take your makeup off, and when I put my makeup on today, I literally used my ring finger and went right under here. It's a little heavy for that, so really I shouldn't. But when I'm in a hurry, look at the difference. This stuff is so good. It's the Urban Decay All-Nighter, and my color is number 2.0. Just look at the difference, just from me taking that off. Look how dark the circle is that it's covering. But, you know, heavy coverage is a little heavy for those fine lines, so it could really set wrinkles. So what I'm going to do is use that, and then a damp cloth afterwards to just make sure I get the MAC stuff off. And I'm going to use, now obviously when I do this over and over and over, it's going to look worse and worse and worse because this is a very tender area. But I wanted to show you, first of all, this is NARS Creamy Concealer, and this is in color medium 1, which is Custard. And there is the product. Everybody raves over this product. So I want to show you, I'm literally just going to dot this. That's the recommendation, is a few dots. That's all. And I'm going to rub it in with my ring finger. Now most people say you should dot it, or either use a beauty blender or a baby beauty blender, which are the really small ones. Now I want you to notice that this is kind of a yellow hue. But to me, and I could go on out and kind of pull this out and everything like you do, you know, like that, to kind of make it a brighter area just using concealer. But look at the lack of coverage there. Just look, to me, I think there's a big difference in this and this, and this is just makeup. Now, it is heavy makeup. All Nighter is a full coverage makeup. But I'm not crazy about this. I don't even know if it's worth putting on. I know some people, I think if you're younger and you have very moist skin under your eyes anyway, and you don't really have any wrinkles yet, it's okay. I mean, it's okay. I still think having the makeup on my eyes. So I'm going to now take this off. That was NARS. Again, look how this, 2 swipes. And then let me just get that off. And I'm going to use the next favorite that people seem to love, and that is the Naked Skin by Urban Decay, and it's Fair, which is a neutral. And it's a lot lighter. So we're going to see if that makes any difference. To me, it seems a little waterier. It's so funny they're using that lip applicator for everything now. They use that for my Chanel scent. Look at this. Remember I showed y'all I got this? This beautiful cream colored suede, or kind of off-white suede. And it's got the Chanel CC on it right there. And it's magnetized closure. And then you pop this up. The container's in there. It's white. You know. Pop that up just like their lipstick. And look, there's that applicator. And it's for a scent. Y'all, that's for lip gloss. I do not understand why everybody's using this that way, but whatever. Total aside. Okay, so I'm going to dot this on like everybody says, and then I'm going to go under my eye. This is so much brighter. But again, that's almost too much, so I'm going to blend that down. Now keep in mind, I would blend this out better, but just looking at it first glance, again, I feel like, that's almost too light though, you guys. Brie, don't start that. She's over there fussing at me. So this would have to be blended out very, very well, and then some powder, and because that's just so bright. Look at the difference. Okay. And while it's brightening, I don't feel like it's coverage. And a concealer is for coverage, not for brightening. A brightening concealer, I guess you could use it for that, but anyway. So now let's take this off. MAC whites are so good, you guys. Okay. And now I'm going to try, this is IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye. This is a baby size that I think was a sample I got in something. And let me tell you, you need very little, like a pinhead. Y'all are like, seriously about the pinhead? Pinhead size of this. This is very, very high coverage, and it is a little thick. So the thing I would say about this is you definitely need to have your under eye moisturizer on first, and use very little of this. Just keep dotting it back and forth, and then you can blend it out. Right? Now, of the 3 so far, I like this one as far as its coverage better, but the only thing is it's so thick, you've got to make sure you blend this out very well. I'm even using a different finger to maybe kind of take some of it back off. And then, of course, you blend it out all the way everywhere. But out of the 3 so far, this is doing the best coverage, if you'll notice. And last but not least is what has become my favorite concealer, and it's so funny because it is a very low-priced item. It's a drugstore one, and so anybody can afford this and get it if you do makeup. And that is Rimmel's Match Perfection 2-in-1 Concealer and Highlighter, and this is in color 230 Fair Light, and it's a little squish one. So what I mean by that, when you take the lid off, you squish it, and it's a brush. So you can either put it on your finger, or I can put it on direct. Always look and see how much is coming out first. Give it a good squeeze. There's coming. So that's almost too much. So I'm going to leave a half squeeze on the brush for tomorrow, whenever. And again, you dot it on. I kind of smooth mine on first, like that. And then I pull it down where the wrinkle is and dot it on all the way out past the eye. Now, look, you gotta admit it right now. Look at the difference in the coverage. And this is Rimmel, y'all. This isn't a high-end brand. This is a drugstore product, and it is my absolute favorite. And if I had to redo my makeup today, this is much lighter than having that all-nighter makeup under my eye, which is, it's a little heavy to be putting on this thin skin right here. And just look how pretty it is. Now, some of you may want to use a brush to add your concealer. There are concealer flat brushes. This is, you know, also a brush. And I don't know that I'd be scrubbing back and forth with this brush. I might pat it on like that with it. You know, but again, those are bristles. I would use just use your ring finger, or any finger really. Your ring finger is very delicate to the touch because you don't put a lot of pressure like you don't on your pinky. But you could use any one of your fingers. I guess your middle finger, your first finger, it doesn't make much sense. So really, the angle of it, your ring finger also makes a lot more sense. And that is how I'm leaving it. And you can see the two differences. And again, there's a lot of other good concealers out there. These are just some that I have been trying. And the one that I land on, hands down, really, and that even includes me using my Age Rewind, which I do love that product, but I love this better. And that is the Rimmel Match Perfection. And again, my color, if you think that your coloring is similar to me, but remember there's a lot of lighting and stuff, it is Fair Light, which is 230. And again, this is a 2-in-1, so it's a concealer, so it's covering up, and highlighter. And it does seem to, see how there's like a sheen? Do you see it? That's the highlighter part, but the coverage is very, very good. Hands down, it's my fave. I'm sticking with it. And I'll tell you also, I am really sticking with these MAC wipes, because boy do they work. And y'all saw them in action. One swipe and it was off. And that's even a few swipes with waterproof mascara. So, anyway, that's